What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Bill, and in today's video doing a quick enhancement to one of the previous mods we did, which is the audio. Now when I did the audio upgrade, and if you haven't seen that, I'll put a link up in the corner. One of the things we did was install the kicker key amp, and it's installed right here, kind of behind the airbag up above the glove box. Now a problem I've had is I didn't secure it very well. I tried to zip tie it. Last time I went off-roading, hit a few bumps, and it's come undone. And it's just kind of been wiggling around in there, making all kinds of squeaking noises as we've been driving around. So, got a quick solution, which is also awesome for anybody that's doing that kicker key amp with the install up here, or if you're doing like a ham radio or CB radio or anything. And that's this mount from Mountains2Metal. Now this isn't sponsored by them. This is something that I was looking for. They don't know I'm doing the video. One thing that you've probably seen by them are the door pockets. They do make door pockets. Now admittedly, this is not their door pockets. These are some made overseas copycats that I was sent to check out. I mean, they're all right, but Mountains2Metal is a U.S. company. They're here in the United States. It's small business. I like to support those types of businesses, so that's why I would rather go ahead and buy this from them. Now, this is very simple mount, just a piece of metal, got a slight curve in it, got a couple of nutserts in there, and then it came with some hardware. If you're working up in here, you can, there's two clips on either side of your glove box, and your glove box will pop down like that, which gives you plenty of room. And you can see this just popped down, not very secure in there. I had it tucked up there pretty good, but yeah, the zip ties, I don't even know where my zip ties are. But there are two metal bars, one right here. I don't know how well you can see it. I've tried to set some lights up in here to make this workable, but it's not an easy area to see. But there's a bar here and a bar here, and it's got holes in it. And these are going to rest on there, and you can put your bolts through there, and that's going to give you a mounting surface to go across there, so it doesn't start hanging down and bouncing around like that and squeaking and making noise. Now here with this kicker key amp, I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect this just to make it a little easier to work with here. If we look, that lines up perfectly. These outside holes and these four holes here line up perfectly. So we could put some of the included screws and nuts in there, hold that in, and then we can use some of the other provided nuts to screw through those. And then we're going to have this mounted, and it's going to be up out of the way, unlike how it is now. Alright, so just put the screws in facing up. We got a storm coming in, but mounted those in nice and secure. I mean, this thing's going to hold it nice and tight. You can go ahead and hook the cables back together. Now this just will sit right up. This is how I had it before. It's set up above those bars. So there's this bar and this bar. That's what it was sitting up above. Before I had it sitting up above and just over top of one bar and kind of zip tied on there, so it's kind of balanced. Now it's right in between the two. And we can put a screw through here and we'll get it lined up to where those nut certs are on the mount itself. Alright, so I got that one started over there. Now we can get this one lined up. There we go. Now we can go ahead and tighten those down. So there, now we have the amp and it's mounted. It's clear on all sides, so it's got plenty of room for ventilation. It's not sitting up against anything, getting super hot. Everything's plugged in. The plugs are up out of the way. Nothing's in the way of our cabin air filter. Make sure our glove box fits back in there with no problems. And that's just these hooks just slide on there. Slide that in and pop that up. And it's done. There we go. Nothing in the way. Nothing catching. Closes. I would say that's a successful install. So yeah, I'm super happy with that. It's just a thin piece of metal, but not being cut to the right size, having the nut certs to the right size, having the mounting holes, everything just perfectly fit on there, so they didn't even have to do any adjustments. It just fit on there and it worked. I said that was with the Kicker key amp, 4-channel amp that just fits in there, so that's a great audio upgrade. Like I said, if you haven't seen that video, check that out. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people that were doing that amp, doing that upgrade, and didn't really know what to do with the amp once it was in there, and Mountains2Metal came up with a super simple solution to it. They're not overcharging like crazy amounts. I forget exact price, but it's very reasonably priced. And yeah, I'll definitely be keeping an eye out for some of the other stuff. I'll put a link to their website down below. Like I said, I'm not affiliated with them at all or anything, but I do like supporting small businesses. So I'll go ahead and put their link down in the description and probably right here too. Like it's Mountains2Metal. I'm happy with it. We'll see how it holds up. It's definitely going to hold up better than my zip tie did. It's going to get rid of that rattling, that creaking sound that was starting to drive me crazy. I just did a Jeep run the other day, and the whole time riding, the thing was squeaking and popping around and driving me nuts. So I'm super happy to finally get rid of that squeak. Glad to have that secured where I don't have to worry about it melting anything, catching anything on fire. It's got proper ventilation. So yeah, happy about that. Go check them out. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. If you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.